Hello everyone, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. My name is Zoe and I'm in my final year of studying fashion design in London, so I would say that I know a thing or two, about fashion. As you know from the title, I will be sharing with you all how to consume fashion intentionally. A quick disclaimer is, this knowledge, questionable, is all gained from my own personal experience. I have had a few fashion successes and many fashion failures. This advice may work for you, it might not work for everyone. Take everything I say with a pinch of salt. Before we get into it, I would love if you like and subscribe if you enjoy the vibe. I post a lot of videos of what it's like to study at fashion school and life of a fashion design student. So yes, I hope you all learn a little bit from this video. I hope it's helpful. So let's get straight into it. I wanted to start off by defining what it means to consume intentionally. So I did a search on Google, a little tiki-taka of the keyboard, and this is what I found. To make conscious choices about what you use and engage with, aligning your consumption with your values and needs instead of acting impulsively or out of habit. I think we've all made one or two impulsive purchases that we've regretted. I definitely have, and we want to avoid that from now on. So, with that framework, I've come up with 5 things that I realize I do now to consume more intentionally. The first thing that I do is really think, how often will I wear this piece? A lot of questions go through my mind, like, can I style it in different ways? Is it an item that works well with the other pieces in my wardrobe? Can I wear it cross seasons? Like a simple long sleeve, I can style that in the winter, but also the summer. A simple pair of well-fitting trousers, a timeless skirt. These are all things that kind of fit my personal style, but if you are more of an eccentric person, a little bit more outgoing, you could think, is this a color that I love wearing? Is it something that I would like to wear often? Does this texture mix well with the other pieces that I have in my wardrobe? Another question I may ask myself is, where am I wearing these pieces to? If I buy something more flashy, obviously that would be for more of a extravagant event, maybe a fancy dinner, maybe going out. Would I be happy to re-wear this piece? When it comes to more outgoing pieces, some people like them for one occasion and that's it. I think the clothes should be reworn. I low-key think it's kind of chic to wear the same thing to different events. It's proof that someone is thoughtful about the pieces they have in their wardrobe because they would wear it more than once. So, the second thing that is really important for me when looking for clothes online is what material it's made from. I often look for wool and cotton pieces. Cashmere is also good. Silk is good. And linen is also good for the warm seasons. There's a big difference between the way that natural fibers and synthetic fibers wear. Naturals tend to last longer and they wear nicely in a lovely way, while synthetics can degrade quickly, which obviously we don't want for long-lasting clothes. Another thing I also think about and check for is the garment lined. I think when a garment is lined, it means that, I know it takes more time to make, which is more intentional for the wearer. I think it's a design detail that makes me realize that the designers or whoever's making the clothes actually does care about the wearer, because some pieces are itchy and you don't want to be wearing something that's itchy, or something's a little rough on the inside. You don't want that. But when there's lining, that means that you don't have to worry about that. Yes. The next thing that I also think about is what brand it is. I scroll a lot on Vinted and I love to look for, on the more cheaper end, brands like Massimo Dutti and Max Mara. They are timeless brands in my opinion, good for basics, good for skirts, trousers, those kind of things. Designer brands aren't always better than more commercial brands, but if you're buying them vintage, they usually are higher quality than the designer pieces that are made now. And I would say they're a bit more long lasting, seeing as they've lasted until now. So I would pray they last a bit longer. A couple brands that I like are Prada, of course, Dries van Noten, and Jill Sander. These are brands that I'm always looking for in the secondhand platforms because, one, I know that they're good quality when they're vintage, and two, they are cheaper. These are brands that I love even now. They're new things. However, I don't have 1.2k for a skirt. On that note, we can easily move on to buying secondhand. Buying secondhand is one of the things that I do to be a bit more intentional with the pieces that I'm buying. This takes time to search for a good quality piece and to find a piece that you want. I use Vinted, Vestiaire, The RealReal, and eBay. eBay is a little bit more difficult now. When I was in high school, I used it a lot, but now there's just so much stuff on it. It's like, The RealReal also is international shipping. My friend lives in America, so I just send them to her. But Vestiaire and Vinted, they're tea. They're very, very good. You can find some really, 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 really well nurtured pieces for a good price. And we love that because we love finding clothes at a good price. Another thing that makes buying secondhand so lovely is that a lot of the pieces you find will be one of a kind. Like clothes are now, they probably weren't as mass produced. And obviously you're buying it secondhand, so it's not likely that somebody else now would be wearing it, which I love. And the last thing about buying secondhand is you can buy a piece and it not fit great, but you can get it tailored. And I feel like tailoring is a lost art in fashion of today because we buy clothes so quickly, we don't have much care or love for them. But when you get a piece tailored, it's tailored to your body shape, to your height, to your size. It makes your clothes so much more personal, and we love that. Yeah. It's also low-key supporting your local craftsmen. There definitely aren't tailors the way there probably was like in the 80s or 90s, maybe even 2000s, but they are definitely still around. And because it's such a lost art, I feel like we should all go and support. We should help them out too. And the last thing that I wanted to share with you is shifting your mindset about clothes. Clothes aren't something that can fill a void. They are pieces that speak to who you are as a person, and they fit your lifestyle, hopefully. Buying without much thinking may possibly lead to a nice purchase, but more often than not, it leads to having a piece that you regret buying, it taking up space in your wardrobe, and it eventually becoming a burden, and we don't want that because they're just clothes. It could have been money saved, but it wasn't. And that haunts me. I have this bright purple undercover jumper that's sparkly and it's got polka dots and stripes. Even from that description, you would know. It's not my vibe, but it's there and I'm trying to get rid of it and it's not gone yet, but it will be in Jesus' name. Anyways, to leave you on a more positive note, I think as long as you're deliberately thinking about the pieces that you're purchasing, you're on the right path to buying clothes intentionally. Fashion is a really unique art form that allows us all to explore and experiment with what we like and our identity in a physical, tangible way. And I think it's something that shouldn't be taken too seriously. I hope you all have fun with your clothes and explore your relationship with fashion. Play around with what you already have, buy new things, but make sure you think about it well before you purchase. I will put a list of all my tips, and if you enjoyed the video, please make sure to like and subscribe. I am posting weekly. I hope this was a helpful video. Disclaimer again, I'm not a professional advice giver, but this is all from my experience, and I hope it has helped. I love you all and see you next week. Bye bye.